Hello and good morning, everyone. How are you doing? We are here in my Floramancer single player world this morning, and I've done a bit of things and I want to show you what I've done. Today we're going to work on getting some materials together to do tier 1 runes, and for the purpose of making the terrestrial agglomeration plate so that we can make Terra Steel. That is the direction we're headed. I'd like to make the first Terra Steel so that we can open the portal to Alfheim relatively soon. So yeah, we need to work on that this morning. We're gonna get some things together for the runes and whatnot. I've done a little bit more building, not a whole lot. More like wandering around the area looking at the cave system and planning than anything, but I've done a little bit more living rock up here, and I did over here. I've started planning a furnace array right here, so I've got to get a lot of iron. I have to collect a lot of iron, so that's going to be a little bit. I need 32 more hoppers because I need 16 more on the top of these because there's 16 furnaces, and then I need 16 on the bottom. So I will not need to be putting fuel in these. I will not need fuel because I'm going to be using exoflames. So we're going to be fueling these furnaces with mana. So I don't need the hoppers in the back to fill this up with fuel. So yeah. Something I wanted to test. I was pretty sure. Yeah. This is a blaze spawned by a fell pumpkin. Those are the things that you can craft here, and you set it up on top of 2 iron bars. I was just checking to see if passive shedding was turned on for blazes, and it may be, but I was pretty certain that fell pumpkins generated blazes did not have passive drops. So we're just gonna punch him to death, because when you punch him to death you get more blaze powder than if you just kill him with a sword. So he keeps floating up. We'll wait for him to keep floating down each time. And we'll get ourselves a bit of blaze powder. I will need to go back to the nether and make a blaze spawner trap until we can actually move blaze spawners. So that gave me 6 whole pieces of blaze powder. That's not bad. Is it 2 per blaze rod or is it 3? Two. So it's still more than killing. Now I do want looting eventually, because we have 48 blaze powder. We have 5 blaze rods. We're gonna need so much blaze powder. So much for all the sparks we're gonna need to do. But here's something else I've done. This is going to be my mana battery. I think it is 16 or 17 long. So there's like 32 mana pools here. These are going to have no augments on the sparks that I put in here. And right now I don't even have glass. You can hop down in here. I don't have glass on top because I want to be able to put the sparks in. And I've already filled 1 pool. And each time I fill a pool, that'll be nice if I could actually do that. But I'm going to make a bunch of sparks, fill them all up. And somewhere underneath the floor will be the input into the battery and the output. And ultimately I want to put my terrestrial agglomeration plate, my Terra Steel crafting over here somewhere. We're going to chop some of this down and put it not too far. It has to be within like 12 blocks of this pool, or whatever pool 10 is going to be the output pool. So I want it back here on the other side of the storage system somewhere. So we're going to do that at some point. But if we get to making the plate today, it'll likely be down here where I've got a couple of mana pools already full. So there's that. The hydrangeas are running. The endoflames are not running. I ran out of charcoal. I should get some more made. The little simple tree farm is too slow. I'm going to have to see if I can speed it up with agrocarnations when we can make them, and if not, I'll have to like make it bigger. So we have a bit of progress yet. It does make wood if I were just like leave it alone for a little while. It will make some wood so that we can slowly fill things back up, but I can't run it consistently. So that's a challenge right now. But yeah. Let's go back up. Let's put the wood that we just chopped down up there, and then I will show you what you just got a glimpse of on the left. Oh, just pop it in there and get some going, because I have these, they're slowly dying off, but I need to like to use them instead of waste them. So yeah, we need some agrocarnations down here, because this is too slow. And I might need to make this just longer so we can have some more saplings. I have to count. I'll have to see what the max size is that I can make that. I think it's dependent on the distance that you can do mana bursts and random carpet setups. But here is what I did earlier. This is what I've done since last night. I put up some grass and dirt and, you know, whatnot, but I've got it. So this is a floating platform. I even used some mana glass so you can see down there. This is going to be our semi-automated runic altar. This is modified riskable builds tutorial. So if you look up riskable builds, automatic runic altar and botanical brewery, it's that tutorial. I modified it a bit, and I'll go through what I modified after I show you. I just have to keep taking this dude down because he picks up everything I accidentally drop up there. So I always take him down. But let's see, what do I have here? Let's make an earth rune. All right. So I have all the supplies for an earth rune on me except for the living rock. We're going to go over here and put it, this is a trap chest, so as long as it's open, it's not going to let things go. Alright. Now, if I wanted to, I could put another recipe here and another recipe here. And it'd do three recipes. Because the way that it drops the chest into a hopper is it does each slot. I'm not sure I would want to keep going here. I haven't tested that. Riskable puts a piece of living rock here to keep a rune when it's completed from falling back into the altar. Since I'm going to be mostly babysitting this one and not really leaving it alone, I'm not too worried about it goofing. So now it's all loaded. Okay. And we just need to get it to start pulsing these torches so that it'll start dropping into the runic altar. And that's what this is for. There we go. And there is a dispenser with a Wand of the Forest under here. That's what triggered it. When the comparator puts a second pulse out, when it because right now it's just 1. When it does 2, it'll light that repeater. Which will drop the living rock and the runes fall off. Now, it would be starting the next one now, but I don't have I don't have more runes in there. So that's how that works. And like I said, I haven't done multiple recipes yet, because this is good enough that I can just throw stuff in there, run away, come back. I'm trying to figure out how to turn this on and off when it's needed instead of using an hourglass. So like, because right now this is a signal strength of 0 because it's waiting for ingredients. I don't know if there's a way to trigger that other than an hourglass like what he had. I don't like the constant ticking for one, so that's got to go. And the alterations I did here, okay. His setup had an item frame with living rock in it on the hopper with a hopper hawk. Okay. And he did not have this torch here. So what he had going on was just a waterfall of living rock. It was just kept falling and being picked up by the hopper hawk constantly. We know that a runic altar outputs a redstone signal of 2 when it's ready for living rock. It's 1 when it's accepting mana and it's crafting, and then 2 when it needs the living rock and it's ready for completion. So that is where I altered this setup. He had it so that the other repeater was right here, so it would have only gotten a single strength of 1 to light it up, and he was using that in order to turn the living rock. Was he using that up here? He might have been using that to turn the living rock on and off. But that was for 1, so while it was crafting, you got this waterfall of living rock. You don't need all of that living rock. So I just moved it over 1, put a repeater there, so now it only turns on when it's a signal of 2, and then goes up here and triggers the torch once. Because it gets the living rock, and the Wand of the Forest triggers right away. So it just poof, done. So yeah, that's the alteration. He also had a piece of redstone here so that it would disable the hopper, but because I'm using a trapped chest, it keeps... Okay, logic dictates when you put stuff in a chest, if it's over a hopper, it'll just start pulling stuff out right away, right? But a trapped chest sets a redstone signal when you open it, which locks the hopper right away. So you're able to fill up the chest with your recipes. So I just got rid of that piece of redstone by using a trap chest. And that is actually in the tutorial. He said, oh, someone mentioned this and it's an excellent idea. So I just did that. So those are the alterations I did. I moved this over 1 so that I wouldn't have a waterfall of living rock. It only drops the 1 when it's needed. Got rid of the hopper hawk here. And he had the output chest up here as well next to that hopper hawk. And I just put the hopper hawk back here. It's no biggie. I just put it back here instead of in the front. That is the setup. So you can craft. I need to get some more supplies. This is just a couple of things in each of these spots to start filling up what we need for supplies. I need feathers. So I did get a couple more chickens. I need to set up an actual farm because they passively shed feathers and they drop eggs, of course. So I would need to set up a farm for that. I'd like to put mana diamonds in here for, I believe the tier 2 ones, or is it the tier 3? The tier 3 need mana diamonds plus other stuff. So I mean, I will need more drawers, of course, because I mean, these require some things that we don't have down there. But yeah, so let's start with the drawer system in this corner. This corner is going to be supplies to craft runes. And the first runes we're going to need a few of are mana runes, and that needs ender pearls. So we're probably going to spend a little bit of time... I wanted to put them there. Spend a little bit of time in the desert perhaps, looking for endermen, trying to get some endermen for the mana pearls. We need them for the Rosa Arcana automation when I go AFK at the spot, the zombie and skeleton spawner farm that we have way over there. And we will eventually have another spawner set up down there somewhere where we've got the double cave spiders. So we have that. But we also need it for runes of mana. And we need it for Terra Steel, and that is the direction we're headed. So what we're working towards is the terrestrial agglomeration plate here, which is, the recipe is the same, it hasn't been changed, but it does need a rune of mana. So we definitely need 1 mana pearl to make the Terra Steel making machine, and then for every Terra Steel that you need, you need another mana pearl. So I need to get some mana pearls. We will need ender pearls in order to go to the end anyway. So once I open the portal to Alfheim and make myself some Terra Steel armor and a Terra Blade, you know, and improve what I've got on me as far as weapons and armor, we're going to be looking for the end portal. So I need ender pearls. Now, one way that can be done is the Vinculotus. It requires some pretty high tier runes. It requires Lust and Sloth. Now, Lust requires air and summer. We have made a summer rune before. That's not a problem. I know there's a button. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Go back. Is it backspace? It is. Okay. And then Sloth. We need Smoky Quartz, Diamonds, Air, and then Autumn. Which Autumn we don't have these things. We'd have to get these things. So there's some work, but I'm really tempted to get a Vinculotus made. A Vinculotus, if you don't know, is a flower that detects an Enderman teleporting. And when it teleports, it pulls it to that flower. Now the range on a Vinculotus is 64 blocks radius. That means in a 128 block square, or cube actually, around the flower, anywhere that an Enderman has teleported in that range will pull that Enderman to the flower. So we could then kill it and get an Ender Pearl. That's the hope. Now, I'm seriously considering this. I've been considering this for a while, of getting this made. It's going to be labor intensive, but if we can get this made, we won't have quite as difficult of a time hunting Endermen here this early on. It does use a decent amount of mana, but you know, we're going to be working on our next generating flower here pretty soon, now that I have a way to technically automate runes. It's not full automation, it's still bulk crafting, I guess. It'd be more bulk crafting. I could bulk craft runes. The next flower we want to do is the Gormarillis, and the Gormarillis requires two runes. Now, it does require a tier 2 rune, which is going to be a pain in the butt. And I haven't looked to see, is the Thermalily only tier 1 runes? Yeah, we might do this one next. The Thermalily only uses tier 1 runes, which are a lot easier to craft. So if we did that, the Thermalily next, we're going to need a couple of chunk loaders. Because we're going to need to do the Thermalily in the Nether. Yeah. Because I'm not going to want to bucket up lava and send it to the overworld. I might as well, since it's infinite lava in the Nether, just set up a setup in the Nether to do the Thermalilies. I haven't thought that far advanced because I just want to work towards, I was like, we'll work towards Terra Steel today, which we could at least get. Do we have even enough of this? We do. Okay. Like I said, we're just gonna put it here. I'll need to make a couple of sparks. That's not what I want. So there's what we have. We need to put the plate right on top to make our very first Terra Steel. So that's what we're working towards. So let's go looking for a mana pearl for the rune of mana we need for the agglomeration plate. So we're gonna go hunting in a desert. I think I have enough food. So we should be able to just go and get set up. I don't have looting. You know what? Do I have looting on a book? I know I've been saving these books so I can combine them and not use them with the mana enchanting instead. But it would be nice to have some looting on this sword. Okay. And is it daytime? I want it to be daytime when I'm traveling. No, it isn't. It's not very far to the desert, but I don't want to travel at night. So let's go this way. Let's just cross here. So the desert is on the other side of this mountain range. We've been there before. I believe we went there to collect some sand. And so that is going to be where we're headed. It'd be nice when I can fly. Make this a lot faster. It's already faster that I don't have to jump up the blocks, that I have that going for me. But yeah. Alright. This would be where, if it was a video, I would speed up through this whole running thing, or skip altogether. Down we go. Whoops. That was unpleasant. Alright. Should be right on the other side here, yep. So we have some time now. It's not quite midday. Let's find a really good flat area. Or we could even pick an area that's a decent ways up, but not too high that we can't load in area to be able to like stare at Enderman. We could create a little safe box. I've got a stack of cobble. Let's see here. What do we got? That looks decent. That looks real decent. What's over there? Is it more flat that way? Oof. That looks good too. I don't want this water because they're going to teleport into it. Cross the water. And if we stood in the middle here, this would work because Savannah's got big wide open area as well. What's this way? What biome is over here? Looks like some kind of brush. So there's really a wide expanse here too. Look at all the bunnies! I didn't bring my flower pouch, so we're not doing flower collecting. This looks like a fantastic place to be. Very flat, very wide open. Yes, I think this will work. Alright, so I want to get rid of some of you, and we'll take the wood. Because I need a ladder. I'm going to build something a little above the ground. Whoops. That was unintended. Let's fix that. I don't need all this dirt. Okay. And do a crafting table. We need some ladders, at least one. There we go. And then let's pick you up. This seems like a decent spot as any. Yep, and we're just gonna make a 2-high platform, or not 2 high. This is 3 high. They can get underneath here. And I think we should be able to hit them from up here. I think. Oops. Yep. So this will give us an opportunity for them to be dancing around there. Underneath. And it doesn't protect us from skeletons, so we may have a challenge there. I don't know if we want to put a railing around here. Sure. We can still look at them and then we can still hit them. Most people I know just do a too high little lookout tower. I mean, that is something we could have done. Did I get too fancy? Huh? Possible. I tend to do things too fancy. What do we got for time? We have time. We have time to alter this if I want and just do what everyone else does instead of a lookout tower. Sure. Woohoo! My only problem currently is that I don't want them to be on top. You know they will. So they can't get in here. I don't want them on top. I don't think there's a way to prevent that without getting fancier. And I don't have a whole lot of wood at my disposal in this area. So I'm thinking I could... Where was that water at? Oh, there's a long way away and there's a desert over there. Water is really far. I don't want to go that far. Hey, Darkwing! Suppose I'm gonna have to. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Okay. Six is definitely not enough. I don't have enough wood on me, and things are going to be spawning here pretty soon. So we just might camp out here, see if we can get any Endermen, and wish us luck, right? Good luck, everybody. Let's get some Endermen in here. That's Skelly. I don't. There's another Skelly. Creepers. I would like Enderman, please. Enderman! Enderman! Hi! Yay! Alright, let's go get those pearls. Because we needs them. There, Enderman, can you see me? Come here. Woohoo! There's another one. Yay! A hopper hawk would be nice set up here, but you know, eventually we're not going to need this ghetto Enderman farm setup. It's gonna stay out here. How long do we have? 5. We have 5 after 2 Endermen. I might need to reduce some of these other mobs to see if we can't get Endermen. See if we can't pick off some of these creepers. Work on my shooting practice, right? This amount of skellies over here. Look at them all. Didn't get high enough for that. How far away is 50 meters? Or whatever that sniper duel one is. I'm pretty sure they're not that far away for that. I am not seeing any Endermen. Not even going walkabout am I seeing any. Might be stuck with the ones I have. Oh, hello. Hi. Okay, I didn't know that they would give me hunger. That's no fun. No Enderman there. Just zombies that I don't need to deal with. This is no fair. 5? Is 5 all I'm going to be given for tonight? There are just far too many other mobs that I'm not going to be able to get Enderman. Look at all the husks over there, and a witch. These things are not helping my chances any, are they? I don't think there's anything wrong with my little setup. It's just the fact that there are no Endermen nearby that I can tempt. There's a bunch of husks. Yeah, since they're tracking me, we'll close that and we'll let them come at me. Nope, I don't see any more. We might have just the 5 to get us started. For the Vinculotus. How many do we need? We don't need one for that rune. Okay, so we don't need an ender pearl for this one. But we need a lot of other things I don't have. So we can make a few. We can make one for the terrasteel agglomeration plate. We can use one for our very first piece of terrasteel. We need to make another Rosa Arcana so that I can AFK at the Skelly and zombie spawner. I think we're out of luck. I think that's it for tonight. I'd have to really do some good sniping and get some of these other mobs, but I'm not good at that. And they seem so far away. Oh, there's an Enderman. Can you see me that far away, Mr. Enderman? Can you? I can see you. Hello, I'm looking right at you. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Come get me. You're gonna whack me before I get in here, I just know it. Hi. Ooh, I got 2 or 3. Yeah. And then look at the one's still over there. This spider's gonna come in. Nope, he's gonna camp out on top. Aren't you dumb? It looks like the other guy is gone. So now we have 8 pearls. One of those guys was cheap. But that looks like probably it. How are we on time? Oh, it's gonna be daytime soon. Oh boy. Okay, so I still think this is semi-successful. We did a decent job of getting a few ender pearls, and that's what our purpose was tonight, was to get some so we can get started on terrasteel. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty much out of luck for any more endermen. And once it becomes daytime, they're going to be teleporting all over the place because they don't like the day. So that looks like to be about it. Just doing a last minute precursory look around. There's a bunch of skellies and whatever, what are they called? Husks over there. Nope, I think that's it. I think we're done. Alright. Yeah, well, if I had journey map, of course it would show. Alright, I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna head back home. And these guys are slow, so we're not gonna bother fighting them. We're just gonna avoid creepers because I never outrun them for some reason. And I need to head this way to where all the turkeys are. Cross this bit of water. Yep, no journey map in Floramancer. That's okay. I didn't bring my antique atlas either, so marking where my little Enderman farm is I didn't do that. But it's not a big deal. It's not that hard. You added it. Nah, I haven't found a need. I haven't found a need for it. I'm not missing it. I mean, yeah, it has features that would be nice, but I'm not sitting there going, gosh, I wish I had journey map. And it may just be because I live underground that it doesn't matter as much. I kind of control my space. But, alright. So, we're gonna get back and make a mana rune so that we can then assemble the terrestrial agglomeration plate. Yay! I'm so excited about that. I should maybe chop down these trees for those endo flames while we're here. Well, it didn't quite get it all. There we go. It's just different. You know, if you're coming straight from vanilla Minecraft, it's not as different. So for people who, for that, I mean, it's just similar to using maps. But I can understand people who are used to heavily modded Minecraft are going to miss journey map. Alright. Whoop. Not walking very straight today. It looks like our flower farm may be out of mana. We might have to... How's this? We have 8 stacks. Let's put a stack in there. Let's make another stack! And then let's put this in the furnace array over here. Well, it's not an array. In the furnace for the endo flames that are probably all dead by now. Oh, they're not. Well, that's good. And pop them in here. And we'll get these rebooted. Okay. So then we'll get going again. Let's fill this up while we're here. Yeah. I'm gonna sip my coffee. There we go. There will be a total waste of those endo flames now. Okay, so for the terrestrial agglomeration plate, we need to make a mana rune, and I think it's 5 mana steel. I wanted to put that back. There we go. Mana rune. Yep, 5 mana steel. Okay. Zombie flesh. bone. I thought I picked up that string that the spider dropped that was near me that we killed, but it doesn't look like it. Alright. You, and we're just going to do one at a time of those. So what we should be able to do here is put this in our input chest. You get that piece of sand out and turn it on. I do like to watch it, but we don't have to. If I used a pulse mana spreader with a messenger lens on it, and when it triggered, the comparator triggered 2, as in it was completing its crafting, it could send a mana burst and stop the hourglass. And then to start the hourglass, I could just hit the pulse mana spreader with a button or something, and it would start the process, so it wouldn't tick constantly. Because that ticking constantly is what I'd like to stop. It would only tick when it's working. Alright. We have all the runes. We will be crafting with these, so we won't be getting them back. We will need to make more. Do we have the stuff to make any of them? We have stuff to make a fire rune. Like I said, we need to fill up the resources chests there. But we can pop the sand back in there and let it go. We need more blocks of lapis. And we have the mana steel on us, so go. Woohoo! That feels good. Alright, let's put you down here. And did it make it? Yep. Now, I don't remember what the other one is. Air? Yeah, we don't have any feathers here right now. So we need gunpowder and feathers. We need to fill these all up nice and full so that I can just come over here and craft a bunch of them. But until then, we now have this, which means we need to make 3 sparks. 1 for here and 2 for those. 6 blaze powder. We need gold nuggets and petals. Do I have any petals in here? Is it petals in the middle or gold nuggets in the middle? Gold nuggets in the middle. So I need 6 petals and then 6 gold nuggets. There we go. Got an advancement for that because these are the first sparks we have made. And these pools are going to be from when we open the Alpine portal. The Alpine portal is not staying there permanently. This is just because I have nowhere planned for it at the moment. But now we should be able to make our Terra Steel. We have everything we need for it, so that feels good. Once we get Terra Steel, it'll open up the Alpine portal, and that will give us a whole bunch of access to things. Most of the things that we want, we can then make, like these augments. We can start working on moving our mana around automatically. and we can work towards higher tier mana generation and some automation. The corporea stuff that I'm going to want very soon, we need to go to the end for. What the? Oh, okay. Some of these I'm not familiar with because they're from a different mod, so I'll have to learn about those. Those are the tickets I know about. I'm somewhat familiar with reading about those, but these, like the most common things, are the corporea sparks require ender air, so it requires us going to the end before we can even make these special sparks. And they're needed to craft just about everything in the corporea network. So we are going to need to do that. But we do have this. Let's get ourselves a open crate. And do I have a hopper? I have a dropper. Yoop. And a button. Yoop. Okay. I want it to do... That looks like it's faced in now. Okay. Put the button on it. Great. We need more terrasteel. We need a mana diamond, or not terrasteel, mana steel, mana diamond, mana pearl, and a half of a pool of mana per terrasteel. So this is not exactly cheap. Not cheap. But oh my gosh, we're gonna do it, folks. There it goes. Yay! Our first bit of terrasteel feels so good. Yes, it does. Alright, so what can we do with it? Because if you look at the Botania stuff, it does unlock a few things. We've not made a mana blaster yet because we needed a mana pearl. I haven't done the brewing, but it tells you can make a blade, which means we need 2, but this is what we need. This one right here, opening the portal to Alfheim, because it unlocks a lot more things. So, ugh. I forgot I have to do the Gaia guarding quite a bit. Oh, you know what? Now that we have an extra mana pearl, I can do... Oh, I'm so happy about that. Let's do that right now. The assembly halo. I really hate having to run around looking for crafting tables. I really, really do. Let's take care of that. Let's not put those where I would be throwing them. Do I have an extra crafting table sitting in here, or should I just break one of the ones I've got? Okay. Alright. Yes! This is like my favorite. This is my favorite piece from Botania. It seriously is my favorite item. I know. Alright, so the next thing we need is to open the portal, which needs the core. The Elven Gateway core. Now, it requires living wood, regular living wood along the outside, and then terrasteel nuggets. I think I have regular living wood in here. So let's break this. There's the core, but we also need pylons. These fancy Natura pylons, which are made off of the mana pylons. Eyes of Ender. So we need 2 of those, and the rest of our nuggets. These are crafted this way, so let's make these first. So I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right. And that. And we need 2 blaze powder. Then we should be able to now make these. There we go. And this is one of the only mods that when you get nuggets from crafting, you actually have a way of using them up so they're not just wasted. But there we go. That's all set. You can see the sparks floating on the inside. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's really neat. They used to float on top. Like they used to move up. I don't know if you have any way of actually accessing those sparks now. Because you need to be able to put, I need to be able to put augments on them, so I'm thinking I'll have to just do that before I put the pylons on next time. Yup. So then we have this. And we're all set. Now, I want to go around and make sure that I've got all the mana I can possibly put in there. Because I think that might need to be drained, and I'm pretty sure that might need to be drained. But, yeah. And then, before we even do the calling, I want to collect the resources that I need to convert them into the mana versions. The only thing we might not be able to do are ender pearls to get pixie dust. Which, well, mana pearls to get pixie dust. So we do have that withholding. But, yeah. Alright, that's good enough. I think let's fill this up with what we have over here. How are we doing over here? Good, good. And then I think we'll open the portal. Alright. Go grab our book. And we have our wand. So are we ready? Are we ready for this to celebrate? Let's celebrate. Ah. Now, in 112, I don't know if earlier than this, it uses up mana to open the portal, but it does not use mana to keep it open. So it used to need to have a constant draw of just a little bit of mana every few ticks. Now it doesn't. So we can leave this alone and it'll be fine. And it only uses mana when we do trades with it. Our first trade is going to be saying, hey, here's our old Galactic Botania. Give us a new one. Yay! And this one, if you've never done Botania, you'll want to read this message from the Elven Guard. It pretty much says, hey, we want to trade with you. We see that you've got things we want. Let's trade. That's pretty much what it says. So these are the things that you can trade. You can trade for Dreamwood. You can do Elementium, Pixie Dust, Dragonstone, and then this Elven Quartz. I think that's it. Oh, Elf Glass. Elf Glass. So yeah. This I've never read. I've never read this. So I'll have to read the Shattering. Interesting. And then we've got the Gaia Guardian and the relics. So yeah, we're not going to do much reading of that.